you always look at sort of what you could have done to improve or get better. So to me, this year's sort of similar. Like, you go back and you reflect on the season in the summer and try and improve, and I think that's kind of going to be my mindset again.
Jeff, when you look at today, since you've been here, today has been a day of a lot of consternation, anger. Is the coach coming back? Is the GM coming back? Or 10 guys getting traded? How different is this, the entire feeling of the entire organization on a day like today compared to what you've been through since you've been here?
Yeah, it's different. I think obviously when you don't make the playoffs, it's not a good feeling that everyone's still playing. That's why you play the game. But yeah, there's a little bit more excitement, and I think there should be because there's a bunch of guys in there that over the last part of the season we played well together, and there's a lot of young guys that have taken some major steps forward, and there's still steps to be taken, and that's encouraging, I think. And again, I think the way we finished the season, sort of the sort of positive steps we took as a team, those are kind of things we want to try and build off of, and use sort of you look forward to sort of coming back and trying to do that.
Given how much this team developed and how you had Tage have his season and a lot of guys blossom into, career years that will, take that next step. How important was it for you, do you think, to have the season that you had to reestablish yourself as that guy on this team that's growing and you're growing with it?
Yeah, I mean it's important for everyone to kind of try and have the best year they can, but yeah, when you think of sort of the overall dynamic, for me personally, having to be, in my eyes, I have to be an impact player and have a positive impact on the team. Um, that's important for myself and also for the team, obviously. So, um, but again, I think you see a lot of guys take positive steps, and um, guys are able to sort of feed off each other, and um, guys are happy for one another. Seeing guys take those steps, and again, I think to me it's sort of there's a lot of positivity, but I still think there's still a lot of room for us to grow, and that's the main thing. I think there's cause to be excited and be encouraged, but it's up to us now to take that next step and to take it to that next level.
Jeff, you didn't win your 16th game of the season until the end of February. You won 16 games in March and April. What switched what changed in the last 2 months with this team to be able to get those wins, especially against teams that are going to the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just sort of found some consistency in our game. I think early on, obviously, we were in some tight games, and we lost some close games, and that obviously didn't help. But again, we have some young guys, and I think that's again another sort of sign that as the season went along, people continue to grow, and young guys continue to sort of make those positive steps, and that allowed us to be more consistent on a nightly basis, and that it ended up sort of showing up in the results. So I think that sort of is an example of sort of what we need to do going forward, and it's a good sort of learning experience for all of us.
Jeff, you mentioned wanting to reflect and really diagnose what you want to work on to even reach another level. But when you look back at this season, are you proud about not only what you accomplished individually and the consistency that you brought, but also the impact that you had off the ice and setting an example for all those young guys and building the culture that's really taken root here?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think for me, I think you can think of sort of how older guys helped you in the past, and that's what I try to do. Is there's a lot of older guys throughout my career that had a positive impact on me, and then you try and sort of do the same thing for young guys in turn when you become the older guys. So that's kind of my mindset there. But yeah, I think there's a lot of really good guys in this group, which helps because uh, again, I think you see young guys that come in the league, and a lot of times the first year, maybe 2 years, they're a little bit shy, or you don't really see their full personality come out. But I think for us, we have a lot of young guys, a lot of guys playing key roles as young guys, and it allows them to be themselves, and that in turn is good for the group because there are a lot of good guys, and again, they can feed off each other in that way, and yeah, I've been happy to see that happen and excited to see what happens in the future.
How much does Don and the staff allowing guys to play free and not worry about mistakes? How much can that help a young player's development? If they know they're not going to get yelled at if they make a mistake and so forth.
It helps a lot, I think, but I think also it's a balance you have to find. I think it's easy to kind of just say, hey guys, go play loose, but if you go too far on that side, it's you lose kind of I don't know. It gets thrown a lot, but you lose accountability in a way. You can't just go all the way to that side of playing too loose. So I think he does a good job of keeping that balance because you want young guys to have confidence to make plays, and a lot of our young guys are highly skilled, so you want them to have that room to be creative. But at the same time, you have to play hard, and you have to know sort of when to be creative and when to sort of play simple. So I think he does a great job. I think that's probably one of his biggest strengths as a coach is being able to communicate to his players that that sort of line where that line is and what he expects of us, and that is a good feeling as a player.
Jeff, you've played on a lot of teams. Is this maybe the most unique team you've played on? And I say that because, I mean, you guys go curly. It looks like you guys had a blast together when you're there. It looked like you guys had a lot of fun. When you did ball for bucks, most of your teammates are standing there with you. I mean, is this maybe the most unique group you've been with?
Yeah, maybe. I think for me, I think a lot of young guys. Obviously, I think the last couple of years has been kind of weird, but I think this year a lot of players got the taste of sort of what it's like to be in this community, and that's a good feeling. Obviously, guys take pride in that, in playing for Buffalo and being a part of this community and interacting with fans, and yeah, I think that's sort of it's been weird for a couple of years where we didn't have access to that, and young guys came in the league and there's protocols, and I think it's nice to see young guys experience that now, and I think a lot of guys are excited to take part in that, and that's what's kind of driven a lot of those things, and again, moving forward, I think it's going to continue to improve because just the natural growth of things.
How much has this been youth driven? I mean, let me rephrase that in some ways for perspective. And in no way do I say this against the guys who left. But for a team that removes Jack Eichel, Rasmus Ristolainen, and Sam Reinhart, to allow the youngsters to maybe find their footing in that way, I mean, how much did this team find itself through you in some ways?
Maybe. I mean, I think that there's turnover in all pro sports, and I don't think it's a secret kind of where we are as in terms of our impact players, their age and the stage they are in their careers. So seeing them kind of get the opportunity to grow and be impact players is encouraging, but at the same time, those guys have to take advantage of that opportunity. You have to have guys step up, and that's what we had this year. I think we had a lot of young guys sort of step up and grab hold of that opportunity, and now again we have to take advantage of the next opportunity, which is to continue down that path of growing and improving. So I think every team's different. Every player gets a different sort of opportunity in their career. For us, obviously, we had a bunch of young guys get that opportunity, and a lot of them took advantage of it, and now it's again it's time to sort of take that next step.
Jeff, you guys started drawing fans back steadily towards the end of the season when you're out of it. What made this team likable and made fans want to come back?
I mean, I think for us, it's you have to give them a product that they're proud of and someone they want to cheer for. So we want to be a team that works hard and competes. And I think obviously we got a little bit more results in our favor sort of towards down the stretch. But yeah, I think for me that's the bottom line is you want to give them a product on the ice that they are proud of and they can cheer for. And I think towards the end and as we got along further into the season, we got to that level, and we want to try and sustain that starting next year throughout the year.
You had an important music question early in the year about your goal song. Now you get an important music question now. We need your review of Malcolm's anthem.
I thought it was unreal. Yeah, I mean, that's nice. It's nice of him. Obviously, that's a lot of pressure, I think, or would have been for me. So that was fun to see him. Obviously, everyone was happy for him and excited. But I don't know. I was nervous, but I thought he crushed it. So.
Did you play the World Championship if you're asked?
I didn't get asked. So yeah, I haven't really thought about it. So yeah.